Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another Injustice 2 video. In this video, I wanted to do a master guide list for stellar, cosmic, and galactic orbs and who actually needs a character. If you don't feel like watching the video, I do have everything linked in the description for what orbs characters need, so be sure to check that out if you are not sure what characters use what. So we've actually sorted everything based on the names. So Amazon Wonder Woman is the first on the list, and she uses a stellar orb. Next up on the list of characters is Aquaman, who also uses a stellar orb. Now here's another one that's really surprising, is that Atlanean Armor Aquaman, one of the more premium gold characters in the game, even though he's easy in the campaign, actually uses a stellar orb. So I found that one to be really interesting, and that is definitely true there. Next up on our list is we have Bane. Bane, of course, uses a stellar orb. And next on the list of characters is Batman. Basically, every silver character uses a stellar orb, but I want to throw that in the list anyways. And next up, we have another silver character, Black Canary, that uses a stellar orb. And then we also have Catwoman that uses a stellar orb. Now, I'm clicking on everybody's profile just so you can verify the information. Cyborg also using a stellar orb. We also have Deadshot that uses a stellar orb. And another surprise, because he is also a premium character, even if his damage output sucks, which obviously I haven't tested the Nabu's Curse if it's any good at high levels with John Stewart, Green Lantern, and Arkham Knight Batman. We also have a stellar orb for Dr. Fate. Next up on the list is also another surprise, because he is probably one of the best characters in the game. Emerald Green Lantern actually uses a stellar orb as well, and I found that one to be really surprising, just like Atlanean Armor Aquaman. But very good if you have the fragments for it. And next up on the list of characters that use a stellar orb is Enraged Bane. So as you guys know, he is probably one of the worst gold characters in the game, and he's actually one of the only ones you can get out of campaign. Unfortunately, it's absolute trash. Next up on the list is we have Green Arrow, who also uses a stellar orb. And Silver Green Lantern also uses a stellar orb. And everybody's favorite meme in Injustice 2, Harambe, of course I have my alphabetical stuff linked, Gorilla Grodd also uses a stellar orb. And next up on the list, Silver Harley Quinn also uses a stellar orb. And another surprise in the gold tier characters, Horrific Scarecrow actually uses the same orb as well. So Horrific Scarecrow will actually use a stellar orb. Next up on the list is another gold character, and that would be in the form of Last Laugh the Joker, who also uses a stellar orb. And another gold character that uses a stellar orb will be Master Thief Catwoman, who you can get from Operations. And yet another silver card, or another gold card that follows suit, is Primal Swamp Thing. Primal Swamp Thing also uses a stellar orb. And Robin also uses a stellar orb. Regular Scarecrow, who is at 6 stars, also uses a stellar orb. You can't see it except here. If you're not sure what a character uses, you can also check on top, and it'll show the resource there. Superman also uses a stellar orb. And next up we have Silver Swamp Thing that also uses a stellar orb. And another Harambe also uses the stellar orb, also known as Telekinetic Gorilla Grodd, also using a stellar orb. And next up we have everybody's favorite Speed Demon, Silver Flash, using a stellar orb. We also have Silver Joker that uses the stellar orb. Next up on the list, we have a gold character that uses the stellar orb. So basically, most anybody that you find in the campaign, except for Blade Master Robin, will use stellar orbs. That also includes Unbreakable Cyborg. Also on the list of stellar orbs is somebody you might not expect, Unhinged Harley Quinn, also on the stellar orb list. And finally, the last character on the stellar orb list is regular Silver Wonder Woman, also uses a stellar orb. So there's a couple surprises within the gold cards who actually use the stellar orb, and I would like to see NetherRealm include, when you click on the orbs, who is actually usable with this. That might be something in the future. I know that Marvel Strike Force does use this when you are looking for resources, and while it's not that big of a deal, this list is to help aid that, so you don't need that necessarily. And our first Cosmic Orb character is Ace Green Arrow. And next up on the list, which is kind of surprising because he is considered a super premium, super hard character to get, Armored Superman uses a Cosmic Orb. And the only character in the campaign that actually uses a Cosmic Orb is Blade Master Robin. So he will actually use the Cosmic Orb, whereas most anybody doesn't. And also, one of two Justice League characters that do not use the Galactic Orbs, BVS Superman uses a Cosmic Orb. If you didn't know that one, you definitely do now. Next up on the list is an Arena Store character by the name of Captain Cold using a Cosmic Orb. Also one of my favorite passives in the game. Next up on the list of Cosmic Orb characters is Dark Supergirl. Dark Supergirl uses a Cosmic Orb. And also in the S's, a challenge character, Energized Starfire, using a Cosmic Orb. And the next two that use the Cosmic Orb are Entangling Poison Ivy and also Flora Poison Ivy, who is also subject to a big buff with the lethal changes. And just so everybody can verify, I'm going to go into leagues and I'm going to go check out Mikey's Box's profile. Sorry, Robert, you're still Mikey's Box in my eyes. So I got the information from him because I knew he had Heartbreaker Harley Quinn. And remember what I told you guys before. If you click on the top, you can actually see what orb they require if you don't own it in your collection. And Heartbreaker Harley Quinn, for some reason, will not show up in anybody's roster. But I got the information from him that you can actually get it from Cosmic Orb. The next one on the list is yet another challenge character by the name of Hellboy. Hellboy obviously super useful in Phase 3 of Brainiac because the dots will actually heal him instead. Now, next up on the list is the only raid character that is a Cosmic Orb, and that is John Stewart Green Lantern. You get him at 2 stars, so it kind of makes sense. And also following the 2-star trend, Justice League Cyborg is the second character that uses a Cosmic Orb, not the more premium Galactic Orb. So Justice League Cyborg can go to 6 stars a little bit easier. And Marksman Deadshot, who also got buffed with the lethal attack changes, also uses a Cosmic Orb. So I'm going to have to definitely open up some premium chests in the future and try to get him 5 stars, or I can try to get him out of raid rewards. Next up on the list is yet another challenge character in the form of Powered Supergirl, who uses a Cosmic Orb. And on the list of characters, we have yet another challenge character that uses Cosmic Orbs, Soulstealer Dr. Fate. Next up on the list, yet another challenge character. It seems like challenge characters all follow suit. Speed Force the Flash uses a Cosmic Orb. And he's only got 1 copy, but another challenge character on that list is Sub-Zero, who also uses a Cosmic Orb. Now we have a character that is definitely pay to win, and unfortunately not that good of a card. We have Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, who also uses a Cosmic Orb, just like BVS Superman. And finally, to round out, we have the final challenge character, Warrior Queen Wonder Woman, who also uses a Cosmic Orb. Now the following list is the most premium characters, and we're going to start with obviously the only legendary in the game, Arkham Knight Batman, who uses a Galactic Orb. And if anybody doesn't know, the legendary characters require 400 fragments to actually get up to 6 stars. So that's some good information there. Now Atrocitus, who is the new raid character, and I imagine somebody's going to unlock him very soon, also uses a Galactic Orb. And Atrocitus also has Lantern synergy, so John Stewart Green Lantern has some benefit from there. And next on the list is also a brand new character based out of Arena. Classic Superman uses Galactic Orbs. Now, it's going to be a big idea of how we're actually going to get Classic Superman up to 6 stars. My bet is they're going to release a chest that lets you get the character for 3 and 4 stars and possibly 5. So if you want Classic Superman, you're probably going to have to spend $100 on it. Next up is our first Justice League character on the list of Galactic Orbs, and that is Justice League Aquaman. Also on the list of Justice League characters is Justice League Batman, also using a Galactic Orb. Third on the list is Justice League The Flash, who also uses a Galactic Orb. Next up on the list, we have the brand new Batman that is coming out very soon. Nightmare Batman also uses a Galactic Orb. Next up, every multiverse character also follows suit for the Galactic Orb, including, if we can click on him properly, Multiverse Black Lightning uses a Galactic Orb. Multiverse Green Arrow also uses a Galactic Orb. Multiverse Supergirl uses a Galactic Orb, as you can see right there. Multiverse The Flash also uses a Galactic Orb. And Multiverse White Canary also uses a Galactic Orb. And finally, the last Justice League character to actually get the treatment is Mythic Wonder Woman, who uses a Galactic Orb. We also have the Raid character Power Girl that uses the Galactic Orb. And finally on the list, the very last character is the Reverse Flash, who just got a buff, considering he's slightly cheaper to get. Still 200 League credits, but that's better than it was. And he also requires a Galactic Orb. So, if you like this little video talking about the Stellar Orbs, the Cosmic Orbs, and the Galactic Orbs, and what characters you need, please give this video a like rating, comment, subscribe, share this video amongst your friends, and as a favorite, check out my other Injustice 2 videos playlist, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, which are all HollywoodShono, my Instagram, which is HollywoodShono's God, my second YouTube channel, which I will be doing live streams on, www.youtube.com/TheHollywoodShono, and I look forward to doing more guides in the near future. Have a wonderful day, kids.
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!